Hello, dividend executives. Welcome back. Another day. The stock market is open and it is our favorite day to buy assets, stack up on some of our shares, and take a look at some of the dividends that have come in this week. So far, we've received just over $500 worth of dividends for the week since our last video, over $125 of options income. We had quite a little shake yesterday in the crypto side of things, but the portfolio looks like it is managing very, very well. And so it's time to take some of this money, reinvest it into some other assets, and slowly but surely build the dividend snowball as we march towards our $5,000 a month passive income goal. So let's take a look. Of course, full transparency, as always, you guys know we're off to a bang. We are off to a bang so far this month in November, having collected a couple of $100 already in the first few days, and we have more coming in on Friday. But we also added a new asset, and that is METW to the stack. So let's take a look. First things first, let's go. On Friday, we received a bunch of dividends. YMAX came in at 96.95, QQQ 42 cents, MSTY at 19.24, MVDY at $18, Coney at $13, TSLY at 11, QDTE at 58, XDT at 61, which slowly but surely we're getting towards our 250 share count goal, and then we'll turn drip on that one. TSLW at 21, HOOW at 105. This one is just an absolute money printer. METW on our first couple of shares, $8.14. WPay at $17.36, JEPQ at 24, and then BITO coming in on the 7th in just a few days at $44.74. So let's take a look at how the account's doing. As of right now, the dividend account is sitting at $54,631. For the day, up about 2%. For the week, down about 1.53%. For the month, basically flat. 3 months, 12.54% in the green. Year to date, up 23% or 10,219. 1 year, up 14,000. And then all time since we opened this account, we're up 19,788 or 56.79%. So not too bad for a non-growth portfolio where we are just trying to stack some assets each and every single week, and we fund this entire account from Wins trading options. So where are we at buying power right now? 10,591. We have some puts on the table I'm trying to get a fill for next week. Those are the MSTX $7 puts, and I'm trying to get 10 for them. I know I could fill them for 5 right now. On other brokers, I've seen them fill for 8. So we'll see how that one goes. And then as you guys know, Hood has earnings tonight, so that may move HOOW. It just really depends. The stock's looking really good. I've got quite a bit of plays going into it for tonight. I closed out the 110 puts today. I have 3 at the 125 on the put side, 2 at the 130, and then 2 at the 157.5 on the call side. So decent amount going into Hood, about 70, 80,000. And then we booked some profits there. And then we also have HOOW in this portfolio. So a couple options on the table. We have 25 puts at the 9.5. We're up $100 on that. And then we have the $7 puts, 3 of those. We're up $12 on those. We'll let those all expire worthless unless we go in the money at the 9.5 strike. I don't think it's going to happen, but it is possible that it does happen. But that's where we're sitting in the account on the option side of things. And then here's all the other stocks. Now, what I do want to do is I want to purchase some stocks with you guys, like we do each and every single week. The first one's going to be, you guys know, we take QDTE payouts every single week, and we go and we buy QQQ. So we're going to buy $58.96, which is exactly how much we got paid from QDT's dividend. And we're throwing into a growth asset, right? So we're taking that every single week from QDT, and we're building a position in QQQ. Right now, we have 1.28 shares, about $800, and we're up about 5% on the position. So that's the QQQ purchase for the week. The other one is METW. We just started stacking this one. Meta has been absolutely destroyed after earnings. Still, this one's down about 5%. I want to stack some more on this. We bought our first 20 shares on October 30th, and then we got our first dividend there. But I want to buy some more, and so we're going to buy $100 worth today. 2.72 shares. That'll lower our cost basis a little bit, but I want to start building this position out, especially with how much Meta has gone down. It's down, over 20%, I think, from its high, trading around, 630, and it was just a 730 stock just before earnings. So we're going to be stacking the bags there a little bit on that one. The next one, you guys know we've been adding to a lot, is WPay. Right now, we're down about 4% on the position. Just want to keep adding to this one. As we sold Ulti, I want to start stacking some other bags, especially away from Yield Max. And so that's what we're going to be doing. We have 1736 that's going to be coming in as a dividend. We have 32 shares now, and market value is about 1696 or 2.78% of the portfolio as of right now. So we bought some QQQ, we bought some METW, we bought some WPay. Now the last one on the list is Bitcoin has been hammered this week. And so, of course, when that happens, BITO is getting hammered as well. You guys know I'm trying to build this up to 100 shares, and then we'll chill on those. So we're down 18% on this one. Now, of course, we're down 192 here, but remember, we've collected over $1,000 in dividends. So we're doing really, really good on that side of things. But I'm going to come in here, and we're going to buy $100 worth of this. I cannot resist this dip. 6 shares. You guys just saw the dividends that are coming in for over $40 here in a few days. And this will just add to what we collect for next month, right? So we're now up to 15. Is that updated? Let me just double check. Yeah, all right. So we added 6 shares today. So we're sitting at 59 shares, 969, 1.59% of the portfolio diversity. And it's saying our cost basis is sitting at the 1951 as of right now. Again, we've received thousands of dollars of dividends in BITO. So this one's actually looking much better when you look at the total return. So those are the purchases for today. I do want to quickly go over, let me pull that back up. The dividends that are coming out, these are all weeklies again. So it's still interesting getting used to this, but we have some good ones coming to the account, especially Coney's coming in at just under 9 cents. We have 100 shares. That'll be $9 for us there. A bunch of other ones coming in. Let's take a look. MSTY coming in at 16 cents. MVDY coming in at 31 cents. PLTY coming in at $1.21. That's absolutely insane. And then TSLY at 14 cents. So not too bad at all. These are some of the dividends that are going to be coming in on Friday. It's nice to stack these, especially knowing that every time we get a CONY payout, it is 100% house money now. And so it's just returning to our brokerage. And as of right now, like the purchases we just made what, $350, $360 worth of purchases. They're all just going towards that, right? So when I receive that 535 in dividends this week that we saw in the history, and then another 125 in options, I just take a portion of that and I put it back into other dividend funds. And of course, every single day, I also purchase $5 worth of VTI, $5 worth of SCHD for now. And that's also coming out of that portion. And then the rest just goes towards the margin in the account. But I do want to take a look at how we ended up last month, how we are right now. Last month, we ended at $2,932 of dividends, $3,539 if we include the options income, which we definitely have to include because that's part of our $25,000 goal for the account. Right now, so far, 5 days in, we have about $222.50 on deck, $347 if we're including the options income. So we've got a long ways to go this month. We're going for $2,445. We're about 9% of the way as of right now. And then towards our annual dividend goal, we're about 75% not including the options income. If we are including the options income, we're with the projection on average, we're gonna be sitting around 24,000 at the end of the year. So we've got a little room to move, but as we continue to stack, it's gonna get easier and easier. These are all the dividends we've received in the account so far since inception. YMAX leading the pack, of course. QDT at XCT right underneath that. Ulti, we ended up trimming 1,000 there, but we still received 2446. And then the other ones, right? MSTY, MVDY, RDT, etc. Those ones are looking really, really good so far. And we're just going to continue to stack there. So was that 2251? Yeah, 2251 from MSTY alone. Nice to see that. And the options are stacking, right? 607 last month, 125 this month. If I could do 100 to 120 a week, that gives us an extra $400 to $500 a month of firing power to just continue to buy more stuff. So that's where we're sitting as of right now on the option stuff. We just keep stacking it and putting it towards our dividends. And slowly but surely, this, if you zoom out, you can just see the progress on this, right? 2023 in the white, 2024 in the blue, 2025 in the green. And slowly but surely, the numbers get bigger. The graph starts to stack. We go from, cents to dollars to hundreds and now to thousands. It's nice to see, but we got a long ways to go this month in order to catch where we were from last year, which is 1,376 on dividends. When we look at the dividends for this month, QDT is coming out this week at 20.5 cents, XDT at 21.1 cents, And this is how we're looking on our funds. You guys know I've been tracking these since inception. We ended up cutting a lot of Volti, so I took that out of the equation. And I'm going to cut the last 1,000. Hopefully if we get, I don't know, back to the $5 range, it's hard to even say we're ever going to get there. But here's where we're sitting. QDT, 3,309 worth of dividends collected so far. We're at a 33.76% total return on capital for QDT. Not too bad. XDT at 16.36. YMAX at 11.57% total return so far. So really, really looking good on that. You guys know we've been house money on YMAX for a long, or not house money, I'm sorry. We've hit our 500 share count goal a long time ago. Back at week 31, we're now at week 59. So we're just letting that pay us each and every single week, and then we're reinvesting it into other funds as you saw today. And then same thing with QDT. Since we hit the 250 share count goal, now I'm taking all that money and I'm putting it into QQQ in hopes to someday have 100 shares of that in the dividend account for the growth side of things, right? We have the growth side of the portfolio, we have the high yield side of the portfolio, and then we have the medium yield side of the portfolio. Medium yield being stuff like JEPQ, SCHD. Even though SCHD is still pretty low, it's still a decent payer, right? Over 4% a year on the SCHD side of things. So that's where we're sitting there. And then the house money just continues to go. I know a lot of people like this phrase. A lot of people don't like this phrase. But for me, I'm chasing the amount of money that I put into the fund. And I want all that capital back. You can see now we're $7.98 over what we spent on CONY. So we're 100% house money. And as long as NAV holds up, that total return is just going to continue to go up. Now sitting at 37.76% on CONY. And then we have a couple $100 left on the other ones. NVDY, 293 left. We have another $20, $30 coming in this week. And slowly but surely over the next probably 12 to 15 weeks, NVDY will hit house money. And then same with MSTY and TSLY. TSLY only has $416 left. MSTY has $693. MSTY has getting absolutely wrecked. Hopefully we can have a bounce coming into the end of the year. But I do not have my fingers crossed for now. That's what we're looking at. So onwards and upwards, each and every single week, we just continue to stack the bags. We continue to buy shares. We continue to build this total. And it's really, really cool to sit back and see what we have accomplished in the last 3 years as we are starting to come to the end of 2025. I've showed every single video, every single buy, every single sell, all the journey. And hopefully it's been helpful for you guys. Sometimes it's good to see other people test funds and invest in funds with their money so that you don't have to. And I hope at least I'm providing some content when it comes to that. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. And that's just the name of the game. But as you guys saw from the portfolio, up and to the right is the goal. And we are achieving that. And so that is all we are worried about. So onwards and upwards we go. We'll probably end the month, I don't know, if I were to forecast it around 2,500-ish on dividends. Hopefully we can squeeze another $500 worth of options income so we can get a $3,000 a month, and we'll just keep pushing towards that $25,000 annual goal. So appreciate everybody as always. Happy investing, and we'll catch you next time.